Welcome back to the channel, guys, for the second time today. Yes, I told you guys earlier on today that we're going to be having 2 videos because we have that much content to dive into. I mean, it's a great problem to have. The more content, the more we have to talk about, the happier we are. So everybody wins. But anyway, let's get into this content here. They're filming at Malham Cove. So there's a whole load of new leaked images here from a brand new location. And so much exciting stuff here. Okay, from Wizarding World Direct. Exactly where they filmed Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows a few years ago, the HBO series filmed all evening at Malham Cove. I mean, if they've already used this scenic location before and it worked perfectly in the movies, I mean, why not use it again? Obviously, film it from a different angle, use different cinematography. It's going to look similar, but very, very different for the series. So, I mean, if it worked once, why not use it again? I mean, it absolutely makes sense. So, let's dive into these pictures here and see if there's anything that we can see here. So we just got a bunch of crew members here on top of these rocks at Malham Cove. We can't really make out anything specific. I don't see any actors amongst any of these people here. We've got someone holding a microphone. We've got like a big black square in the background, probably blocking out the sunlight or sun rays or something like that. We've got some people on high visors and just other kind of crew members walking around here. But like I say, there's no kind of there doesn't seem to be a scene that's being filmed, unless I'm completely missing something here, but it just looks like a bunch of crew kind of setting up. Okay, moving on. We have a scaffolding plank on the rocks here, and again, we have a bunch of crew members kind of holding equipment, sitting on this little kind of plank board thing that they've made here, rather than sitting on the rocks, because I can imagine sitting on the rocks for a few hours is going to get uncomfortable on your posterior, on your backside. So build a little kind of wooden plank thing to sit on, which kind of makes sense. They're probably using it for cameras and other things as well, I would imagine. But yeah, just a bunch of crew members. We've got all these jagged rocks, and then we've got the grassy embankments in the background. Okay, let's keep going forward. And we see that scene from another angle. I would assume this is a drone that someone's flying around, getting these different angles. We see again that kind of wooden kind of decking, this kind of platform that they've built here, probably for various different things. And just a bunch of crew members just kind of walking around on top of the rocks. This area is probably usually really quiet, so it's probably strange for the locals to see this amount of people climbing on the rocks here. But yeah, I mean, pretty cool pictures and the scenery with the jagged rocks. I think it looks really cool, and it makes for some really interesting scenery, something a bit different, just these kind of jagged kind of rocks in the English countryside. Very, very cool. Okay, let's check. Okay, anyway, yeah, so some beautiful pictures there on Malham Cove, on the rocks there, just setting up. But like I say, there doesn't seem to be any kind of scene in progress at the moment. Okay, moving on here. The Harry Potter TV series filming at Malham Cove and Gordal Scar. I think that's how you say it. Gordal Scar. The scene apparently involved a witch casting a spell into the air, probably celebrating the downfall of Lord Voldemort. Yeah, so what they're probably going to do, they're probably putting together a bunch of clips of different wizards all around the country. You've got one on the rooftop, you've got one in the countryside, you've got one in the town, just kind of wizards kind of dotted all over the place. And it's probably going to be a quick compilation of footage of different wizards all around the country, like celebrating and doing different things, like doing magic with their wands and kind of dancing around in the street, where we see the Dursley, Dursley's car when the wizards were walking across the street, kind of celebrating in front of his car. So it's going to be a load of clips, probably. That's what I would imagine. Let's check out these images again. So, it looks like we have that platform on the rocks, and we have what it says here. Apparently, it's a witch on top of this platform. Maybe casting some sort of, celebratory type of spell, like fireworks or something. She's being held in place by this kind of wire here, making sure she doesn't fall off. Man, if you fell off that platform onto these jagged rocks, that would really hurt, because they're all like really weirdly odd shaped. And if your body fell into those rocks, like if a rock had a jagged edge or a sharp edge or a pointy edge, that would do serious damage if you fell off that platform. So, yeah, they want to be careful there. But we can see her there. She's got this kind of brown, almost kind of like trench coat, and these big brown boots as well, which looks kind of cool. Okay, let's move on. How incredible is that piece of photography? Like, I love looking at nature photography. I can spend hours scrolling through nature photography. Like, look at this. absolutely beautiful green, jagged-edged rocks, this beautiful cliff here with the crew, you know, shooting on the side of this cliff, and then we've got the beautiful sunlight in the background, the blue sky. This just looks incredible. Like, I want this, like, in a frame on my wall. I think this looks so nice. Anyway, I'm probably getting too excited about it. Yeah, but a really beautiful, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but a beautiful picture anyway. Okay, let's keep going. And we have that same picture, or similar, I think it's the same picture that we already looked at there. Anyway, so yeah, pretty breathtaking images there. That's hands down my favorite picture so far though. The sun in the background, the jagged edge rocks of the cliff, the beautiful rolling hills. Like, I just love that picture. I think it's so nice. Okay, moving on here. More photos from filming yesterday. This comes to us from Strike. Okay. So we have some crew members here at the bottom of the hill. We have a rocky wall. We have some tents set up, some equipment they're bringing in, and it looks like they're getting ready to shoot here. Okay, moving on. Yeah, I mean, again, just breathtaking scenery here. Jagged edge rocks, the black tents with all their equipment, and making their way up the hills here to start filming. I love this landscape. It's so nice. It really is. But it looks cold. I don't know why, but it looks really cold to me. In the winter, it would be freezing walking through that, and it would be really muddy as well, I'd imagine. Okay, and then we have this as well. Location logistics, TV film, and something vent support, it says. So I would assume this is a logistics company that specialize in films and TV shows, and they specialize in transporting, you know, camera equipment, rigging, lighting, platforms, all that kind of stuff. So it looks like they've arrived with all the equipment there, which is cool. And we talked about in the last video the kind of the appreciation, you know, the appreciation we need to show for the people who do all the logistics in the background, because there's a lot of hard work and a lot of time and effort goes into moving everything around, the equipment. And we have another shot there at Malham, and on top of these jagged edge rocks. Like I already said, but this kind of furthers my point here, right? If you were stood on this platform, look at all these different rock shapes, and if you fell off onto these rocks, I'm just looking at that, like, that would hurt so much, because it's not a flat uniform surface. They're all like jagged all over the place. It would seriously do some damage. But anyway, yeah, so we got more crew members. We got the platform being built, so it hasn't been fully constructed. You can see there that parts of the boards or the planks haven't been fully constructed. So this is kind of earlier in the production, where they're kind of still setting up for the scene there. Before that witch does the celebratory kind of magic spells on the end. Some really nice pictures though, really great job. Strike, who took these photos, you know, tip my hat to you, good sir. Some very, very good pictures. Okay, filming of the Harry Potter TV series is in progress at Malham today. The film crew was spotted on location by locals, so we have a small video here, which is quite cool. Okay, let's check this out. Okay, so we're just walking down this country road, and we've got all of these we've got all these trucks and all these logistical vehicles. So we got all these vehicles here on the side, probably trailers for the crew, so they're probably staying there overnight, I would imagine, or staying there well into the night. You know, they probably live there, they probably sleep there. It's probably like a mobile home for the crew. And then on the right, it looks like we have a bunch of cars there as well, which is probably other crew members coming from other areas of the country. And the beautiful kind of, is this sunrise or sunset? I'm not exactly sure. Probably sunset, I would imagine. But yeah, just really love the English countryside, man. I can't get enough of the scenery. I think it's spectacular. But seeing the quaint kind of quiet English countryside kind of being disturbed by this massive film crew showing up, it must be something really cool for the local residents, like, because it's not something you see on a normal basis. But a cool little video there. Okay, moving on. So, we had a great day in Malham today for the filming of the Harry Potter TV series. The hike up to the filming was a bit of a challenge, and we went up and down twice. Why would you go up and down twice? Filming took place at multiple locations, including 3 different spots around Malham Cove and also Gordal Scar. with the second unit working simultaneously. We didn't get to see much. There was a lot of prep, rehearsals, and waiting around until sunset when they actually started filming on the limestone pavement. It only seemed to be a very short scene of a witch casting a spell into the air and whooping, similar to the scene filmed on the chimney top in Skipton the previous day. So yeah, they're doing very, very short clips of different wizards celebrating, like we kind of already talked about. They're not long drawn out scenes with multiple people. It seems to be one individual character just celebrating, and that's kind of what they're filming at the moment. So let's just check out these images. Filming in progress. We apologize for any inconvenience caused, and then it looks like they've got some notifications, probably their permits or whatever, letting people know. And it looks like they've got some maps here. I can't really make it out because obviously it's too, it's not much detail there. But we can see here these lines on the map. That's probably where the paths are closed or restricted, just letting the local residents know that certain places are off limits while they're filming. Okay, then we have that picture, that really nice picture that we looked at. And then we've just got those other pictures that we've also already seen. Do we have any more comments here? I think this is going to be like torching of the pyres in Lord of the Rings, with various witches and wizards casting spells leading to Dumbledore's office, and him seeing the sparks and to Privet Drive or something. I had similar vision in my head. Malham is beautiful. Hope you enjoyed the walk. I didn't find it easy, but it was so worth it. It's a stunning place. Yeah, it looks stunning. So cool. Thank you again. I love the witch's coat and boots and her wand. The English countryside is gorgeous. Absolutely it is. If you come to the UK, do like a road trip. Get yourself a camper van. Drive through the countryside. You know, just amazing rolling hills and scenery. Incredible, beautiful place to go. So let's keep going. We've got a couple more to get to here. We have a new picture here. Harry Potter series filming at Malham Rakes last evening. According to Corm Strike Fan, filming took place in multiple locations. We kind of already read this. But we just got this one new picture here. Traffic control ahead. And you can see up on the hill here, we've got all of these kind of floodlights up on the hill where they're currently filming. They need floodlights for safety, because with those jagged rocks, man, the last thing you'd want to do is trip over. I mean, could you imagine, like, you could break your ankle, you could twist your leg, you could fall into a crevice. Something really bad could happen, so they need to be careful if they're filming there at night. Traffic control ahead. Obviously, parts of the road are probably being closed off, and then we've got this whole kind of circus parade of vehicles down here for the crew members down here, and all their equipment, which is, again, a really cool picture to look into there. And finally, we're going to finish on something a little bit different from talking about the set leaks. But I thought this was cool, so I thought I'd include it anyway. I'm sure you guys are probably aware. But this is something that I'm really excited for. I hope they go this route in the series. So from the Harry Potter universe, this was the original look of Voldemort in the Harry Potter films before they changed it. So going down here, obviously he has more snake-like features, and he was going to be looking a lot more terrifying before they toned it down for the films. But in this series, I really hope they make Voldemort terrifying, scary, and they give him those snake-like facial features. Like, make him look horrific, terrifying, make him, you know, if you're in his presence, you're terrified. I mean, in the films, I liked the kind of the Ralph Fiennes iteration, but it wasn't as scary as it should have been, I don't think. But looking at this here, this kind of mask, that looks terrifying. If you were standing in the presence of this character, you would be shitting a brick and you would take him seriously. And he looks a hell of a lot more scary than the film version. But I just wanted to end on that. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the more toned down version that we got in the films? Or do you hope, like me, that they go with the more kind of, you know, the closer to the book iteration, the more scarier snake-like features? Just something really cool that I thought we would end on there. Just a bit of a conversation about Voldemort's appearance. So there we go, guys. Filming at Malham Cove, or Malham Rakes, I think they were calling it as well. So yeah, some pretty breathtaking images of a witch standing on the edge of the rocks, what looks to be like she's casting a celebratory spell similar to what we saw in Skipton on the rooftop, and it looks like they're going to stitch those together to make a kind of celebration scene after Voldemort's disappearance, which is going to be really breathtaking with this beautiful English countryside scenery. So guys, jump into the comment section, let me know what you think about these leaked images here. Does it get you more excited? And if there's any information that I may have missed out on, do let us know in the comment section. As always, I'm only human. Sometimes I do miss out on things, unfortunately. But I hope that I've covered everything that we need to. And this just looks exciting. I cannot wait to see it. Beautiful scenery, a really cool witch scene there with celebration spells. But jump into the comment section, leave your thoughts, your comments, your theories, your opinions on anything else you want to talk about regarding this news, regarding the series, or regarding the movies. I would love to hear your feedback. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber of the channel to help support the content. But most importantly, hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any future content updates coming to the channel. And with all that down, I will see you in the next video.